Hello everyone, Dan here, and before we get to today's video, I'd just like to point out that every little bit of information today is based off the alpha. If anything has changed, don't worry, I will make a video about them if it is significant enough. If not, I'll just place it down in the comments. Also guys, since survival is the only spec left to talk about after this, I will be moving on to the next class. I want you guys to tell me which class you want me to do first down below in the comments. Okay guys, let's head straight into the video. So guys, yes, Hati will be removed as a second pet, and also the ability to have a second pet in general will also be removed. Nothing in the data mining or any other thing suggests that we're going to be keeping that ability, but sadly, yes, until we see something, the second pet has been removed. So guys, we're going to get straight into it and talk about the Beastmaster's ability that's been changed, and there's only one, which is Dire Beast. That is now gone, it is now a talent, and has been replaced with Dire Frenzy. Dire Frenzy does the exact same thing as it does in Legion, but it's just a baseline ability now, and if you want the extra pet that you get summoned, you'll have talent in a Dire Beast, which is a level 15 talent now. So guys, with the Beastmaster not having many changes, so I'm only going to go through the changes that are relevant. In the level 15 talent section, nothing really has changed except for the fact that Dire Beast is now a talent, replacing Dire Stable, which was in the level 15 area. But yeah, Dire Beast is now a talent, which does the exact same thing as it does in Legion. Okay guys, heading straight into level 30, even though two of the talents in here look different than Legion, they are really not. Dire Stable is just a talent brought up from level 15, does the exact same thing as it did in Legion, and one with the pack just brought down from level 60 does the exact same thing as well. Chimera Shot has yet to be changed, it still is level 30, and does the exact same thing as in Legion. Heading to tier, the level 45 tier, nothing here has changed bar the positions of the talents to make it look more fresh. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about that, and let's move on to level 60. So guys, level 60 tier finally brings us something different with Venomous Bite. Venomous Bite makes Cobra Shot reduce the cooldown of Beastie Wrath by 1 second after each cast. So guys, even though Dire Frenzy already reduces the cooldown of Beastie Wrath, this just makes sure we get Beastie Wrath more often, so we can have much more uptime. Talent number 2 on this tier is Thrill of the Hunt. This makes your Dire Beast or Dire Frenzy increase your critical strike chance by 3% for 8 seconds, stacking up 3 times for a total of 9% crit. This is actually really good if you can get multiple Dire Beast or Dire Frenzies off at the exact same time with those free procs that you can get. Heading into the level 75 tier, again, nothing has changed, not even the positions of these guys, so I'm not even going to waste time talking about them. So guys, heading into the level 90 tier, we can see again 3 talents that we've already had. Stomp is just being brought down from level 90, Barrage was always there in the level 90 tier, and Stampede has just been pretty much plonked out from level 100 to level 90. Nothing really much to say about these things, except they all do the exact same abilities. And I was really hoping for something new, actually. Okay guys, and finally into the level 100 tier, we have again 2 abilities that we already had there with Killer Cobra and Aspect of the Beast, but also a new ability that was actually in the Legion beta, Spitting Cobra. Spitting Cobra summons a Spitting Cobra for 20 seconds that attacks your target, dealing nature damage every 2 seconds, whilst Cobra is active, you gain 2 focus every second. I like this in the beta, I thought it did a decent amount of damage, something you had to look out for with something at 1.5 minute cooldown, so I'm really glad to see this back in. I hope it stays. So guys, the biggest outcry from hunters at the moment wasn't the fact that you couldn't have 2 pets anymore. It was actually due with the hunter pet system itself. Now, the hunter pet system itself is getting changed in the battle for Azeroth. Normally in Legion, you'll be able to use whatever pets you wanted, and you get to choose a specialization. You get to choose if it goes Ferocity, Tenacity, or Cunning. If you're Beastmaster, you actually had the stats from all 3. Now it's no longer the case. You can only have pets which are 1 spec each. So some pets will only be Ferocity, some will only be Tenacity, and of course some will only be Cunning. You do get additional abilities because of that, but people are not really so excited about it. So let's go over each of the all new abilities. So if you have a ferocity pet, those will give you Predator's Thirst, which was you and your pet gained 3 leech. Now that is good overall, it's more DPS, but that will now force you to use ferocity pets. But that's not all you get. You also get Primal Rage, which is a hero ability. It's nice having a hero ability, but you could just use a Core Hound really. Then we have the Tenacity specialization. Of course, this goes back to tanking. For this, you get Endurance Training, which is you and your pet gain 10% increased maximum health, as well as a buff called Survival of the Fittest. It's an extra ability. It's a 3-minute cooldown. Reduces all damage you and your pet take by 20% for 6 seconds. Now, it's not the best cooldown, 3-minute cooldown just for a 20% DR. We'll see how that goes. And lastly, we have Cunning, which basically looks for more for PvP. You get the ability Pathfinding, which is you and your pet gain 8% increased movement speed. And of course, you get the original Master's Call. Your pet removes all roots and movement pairing effects from itself and its target, and grants the immunity to all such effects for 4 seconds.
So guys, my end thoughts. 100 BM isn't changing much as a whole. The only difference is that you're not going to have that second pet, Hati, which also means you won't have any of the AoE that Hati gives, which, yes, may be a downside, but will most likely be, other AoE will most likely be buffed for BFA, just to compensate. And the second off is just the Hunter specialization pets. Not many people like those. They like to just bring any pets and they can change specialization if needed. But now they have to bring specific pets for specific encounters. Yes, that might be good for, I would say, pros, but the majority of the game only plays like normal and heroic. So I would really think that they should cater more to them, as in the top 1%.